Yeah, so here's a scene. This is one of my favourite spots for looking at the place that I live. A little bit of wreckage there from the typhoon. You see the dead branches. But look there, our road. And it's not the clearest of days today, but since the typhoon, I used to come along this road, and at night especially I'd see 3 lights, that's all. And now we see lots. You can see right over there, look. Lots of rooftops now. Some of those I think might be lying far away from the house that they started on. But if you look there, they're called mountains, but they're like rolling hills. And this is the road that I travel. It's just a dirt road. Now how the sound travels in this, it's just beautiful clear air. There's no pollution here for us. Look, you got over in the distance there, you've got some a fire. Now you can see much further than this one. It's a really clear day. But over there, look, you can see the hills far over there. It just goes on. You see just the tip of the far mountains. And now I'm going to have to move, I expect, because someone's going to want to get through. I just wanted to put that on video because when we're going the other way, I used to stop about this place place in the road when Talik and I were riding the bike. She used to ride a lot with me when she was very small, and we used to stop, and I used to try as adults do. I used to waste my time because most of us know that even as children we never listened much, but I used to say, look at this now, how beautiful it is, and remember, wherever you live, this is your roots, this is where you came from, and not many people will be privileged enough to have seen so much beauty every day in their lives. Sadly, there's another skeleton of a tree blown over by the super typhoon. Amazing that the typhoon, which was a super typhoon, passed through Taliban. It really tore Taliban apart. A lot of damage, and we were in the path as well. Took all 5 roofs off the houses. And yet it was publicised, it was reported on very little, according to my friends around the world. Obviously being a vlogger, we have people as far away as Russia, Germany, Holland, Denmark. All of these places, people occasionally write into me. I always write back when people write to me. If they can go on Messenger and write, much better than doing email, because email doesn't seem to be so popular, so I tend not to check it that often. Messenger I check every day. Probably I'd be able to have more freedom if I went on to email, but then people seem to find us on Facebook, and then they go and have a look at our videos. That's why I post a lot of stills onto Facebook. It guides people to where we are on YouTube, and then they can see our videos. But people from far and wide report to me and tell me what's going on where they live. It's very interesting. So look, there's a lot of rain gonna fall. Even as I've been sitting and in the truck here and then got out to have a look, and I'm looking at all of this, all of these rain clouds. Look at that big black cloud there. Look, very beautiful though. When I first went to Florida, I used to drop my son off at 7 or something like that at school, and then I'd go and sit in the parking lot of one of the stores, and I'd just look at the skies, because the skies in Florida are mountainous and really, really beautiful almost any time of the day. And of course at night, great light shows. You get light shows here too, and I'm thinking that we'll be getting some tonight. Look at those clouds over there. You know, a funny thing, when I first came here, we used to walk this path, and when there were dark clouds like this, Beth would suddenly say, we'd better hurry, it's going to rain. I said, well, how do you know it's going to rain? She said, I can hear it. And it took me a long time to really understand and appreciate how anybody could hear the rain coming, but you can. And I remember that part of Florida, that aspect of Florida, how when I was riding my bike in Florida, I could look ahead and see a wall of rain at the end of the road that I was on. Sure enough, I keep riding and I would be into a torrential downpour. Now look how those clouds are now developing. Look, that's rain. The lighter grey, you've got that line that's going along there, and that's where the rain's coming from, but that's the rain there between that black line. But very beautiful. Beautiful. Right, gotta get on, get moving. Bye.